Hey everybody, starting a little early here. So we're going to be going over the free games this past week while we are playing one of them, Torchlight 2. It is a Diablo clone, no other way of putting it. I have with me tonight Tavik.
Howdy, howdy.
I definitely need to go in and edit the volume in the game because it's extremely loud, but as you can see, Torchlight 2, it's completely unmodded. It is very, very, very heavy into mods. So if you want to play it, if you don't already have it, unfortunately you missed it. It came out
Yesterday.
yeah. It was also on there before. So this is the second time that they've had it for free. Humble Bundle also had it on there, on one of their monthlies. So I've now gotten it 3 times. It's a very popular game to get for free. You know, nothing really special. It's just Diablo clone. Only has 4 classes. Base game. Plenty of mods to add. Plenty of classes. I actually have 10 mods on it on my Steam version right now. And I think I've got like, I don't know, 20 classes, if not 30. But you've got your Ember Mage, your Berserker, your Outlander, and your Engineer. I am going to be playing the Engineer. And we get our choices of pets. We got Alpaca, Panther. I'm not going to go through all of them. Just going to kind of quickly show them. Call this my dog, Wesley. We'll do normal. We're going to do on the internet. If I can find it now. I am not finding,
Hold on 1 second. I think I may. What I did.
well, while you're fixing that.
Right now?
No, okay. I guess not while you're fixing. There it is. Found it. Did not ask for a password.
Beneath Torchlight.
No. Oh well.
Yeah, we're gonna skip all that. This game came out a long time ago, so if you don't know the story, this isn't the video for you. So the first game that came out last week, or this past week, on the day after Christmas, was My Time in Portia. It is a...
I think this is as far as I can go. You have a new quest.
I need to turn that volume down. Just turn it down. There we go. That's better. Now I can hear everything. So, My Time at Portia, nothing really special about it. Have you ever played it, Tavik?
I have not.
Well, my wife and I tried playing it, didn't realize it was a single player only. They didn't have multiplayer aspect in it whatsoever, which kind of sucked, because definitely would be a good game to play with friends. Leaving me behind. Light boots. gold.
You have become more experienced.
I'm not even doing anything, leveling up. So it's farming with very small amount of combat. It's very rewarding in the first little bit, but once you get to so far, it's just all you're doing is grinding to find materials in a cave, basically. And that's all you do. The next one, on the 27th, was Night in the Woods. I know very little about it. Literally did a little research just before this video. Looks like an adventure game. 2D, side-scroll, nothing super crazy about it. The next one is Stranded Deep. Now, we were going to be playing... You missed a chest, by the way.
Oh, okay, back.
We were going to play Stranded Deep for this stream, but we then found out that the multiplayer is... I don't know what the devs were thinking, but it is literally co-op, local co-op on PC only. And if you don't know what that is, oh, looks like my video is not playing back.
It is streaming still.
Okay,
I'm watching it.
Okay. At least I have confirmation that it is still working. Ooh, that is a blue. Just, it doesn't make any sense to make it local co-op on PC.
What's your business here?
Like, you know, sure, on a console, but
You a new recruit?
on PC? Like,
Honestly, it just feels like a missed mark for a popular franchise of sandbox style of games that are all online co-op.
yes.
I mean, look at its competitors like the Raft Arc. You know, anything that's building and
The Forest.
crafting.
Forest you can
you
play
know.
online, too.
You get the Forest, which is probably its most comparable competitor, just visually. Overall, the game still seems fun. It just you can't really play with anybody unless you play sitting next to them, which on PCs kind of redundant because PCs aren't
Yeah.
designed to be couch play. You know, it's local co-op's kind of a weird thing on a PC.
Not kind of. It is a very weird thing. Like, I'm not sure why they made that choice.
Yeah, it could be something that eventually gets patched and becomes online play. It's very possible.
Well,
But
based on the
as of right
research
now,
I
that is
did,
not the case.
based on the research I did, that's not going to happen.
I thank you for your warning, but it has arrived too late. This outpost has
That
already
is
come
a
along,
giant
and
gun.
that's all I could do to prevent him from entering the enclave. As it
Yeah, I'll go with
was,
that.
Commander Vale believed
You have received a quest.
I should probably check my gear and, change things while we're... oh, that's not for me, apparently. Okay. I don't know how to open pets inventory. Whatever. Anyways, so we're gonna kind of move on from Stranded Deep, just because not really much we can do with that. Next one is Solitairica. If you like playing Solitaire, but you also want to play a beat 'em up, or strategy type game.
Yeah, that is the game for you.
Exactly. I did try it out. It's not bad. I'll give it a little bit of room, just because you're playing solitaire. You're not really playing solitaire. You're playing just a pick 'em up game, kind of. But it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Then the last game that we are going to talk about is going to be one that Tavik, you're going to take the reins on.
Okay. And I would probably believe you're talking about Jurassic World Evolution.
That I am.
So it is a park builder game that is designed around the concept of Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. So basically, your whole premise is to build enclosures, breed dinosaurs, and to basically create a successful park. Now, the thing about the game that makes it a little bit more unique is that over time, your dinosaurs can get out and then create havoc on your park. The more dinosaurs you put in there, the more the different strains when you combine them genetically. Think about Indominus Rex, or the raptor in the second Jurassic World movie. You can actually make them in game. They're difficult to handle and they're going to get out. The more stuff you put into your park, the higher chances something's going to get out and create havoc. You know, so it's kind of one of those things you expect it to happen. It's most likely, no matter what, you're going to have to there's going to be something you deal with. But it seems overall to be a very fun game to play, very detailed, crafted well. It is a game by Frontier. For anybody who knows the company Frontier, it is they're very popular in the park building. They also have done games like Elite Dangerous, which is a space exploration game, which is also a free game through Epic about a month and a half ago. So they're pretty well founded in their craft, and they tend to build pretty good games. But that's all I got to say about that. So, as for the current game at hand, I am actually not a Torchlight player. Never played Torchlight. Always been into Diablo, so lots of familiar feels here. Pretty standard dungeon crawler kind of feel. Still enjoyable. Seems to have some decent gameplay to it. I personally wouldn't. I personally probably wouldn't pick this game up again if I stopped after I play it today, but that's just me. I think you probably have a lot of good time on it.
Yeah, you have to really want to be.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, so Torchlight 2 is pretty old, and if you compare it to like something like Diablo 2, it's a step up visually. But when you compare it to something like Diablo 3, it's a little bit more cartoony, not quite as textured or detailed. But I mean, overall, still seems to be pretty enjoyable. Would still prefer Diablo 3, but it's got all the elements, rare monsters, bullet sponge effects, or well, bullet sponge effects for monsters. Basically, you hit a monster 25,000 times and it doesn't die.
Accurate.
But like the one I'm fighting now. But I mean, that's standard. That's how they build their difficulties in these games. Monsters do more damage. Monsters take more damage.
one thing I will say about it from like Diablo 2 era versus, you know, this one, just because putting it against Diablo 3 is just that's unfair.
When was this game made?
I believe it was 2012 or 13.
Okay, so we're treading into similar territories of pre-Diablo 3, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah.
Few years.
The controls are a little bit harder for some reason. You doing your level up? But yeah, I assume he's doing his level up. Either that or he vanished on me. Ooh, that's a mimic. But yeah, not a bad game. If you want to play Diablo 2 with, you know, little
Visual
more
upgrades.
slight visual upgrades, but more cartoony side than, you know, regular.
Now, giving credit where it's due, you know, as you mentioned earlier, this game is designed to be accompanied by mods.
Yes.
So, you know, when you think about it that way, talking about a lot more capability when it comes to customization.
Yes. Like I said at the beginning, I have probably about 20 or 30 characters that I can pick from. That's next level, I guess.
My
Oh,
inventory is full.
my inventory is full, by the way.
Mine's probably close to it.
Um,
Oh, I have a ton up here.
I also have a bunch of gems for some reason. I guess you automatically equip the better stuff.
Guess so.
But yeah, the mods can range anywhere from doing extra skills, extra classes, story, anything. So
Now,
if,
one of the things
go
that
ahead.
can truly expand upon a game is having developer buy-in for mods.
Yes,
And that's what it seems like this game has.
I think that's why Skyrim was so successful.
Well, so that was a whole nother ball game altogether. Bethesda never actually had the initial interest in offering modifications to players. It was all the mods originally came out to be player made. And a
Yeah,
lot of the mods fixed standard typical Bethesda bugs that created gameplay issues and with the game, and it honestly it became one of those things that Bethesda realized that they could manipulate it and possibly make money off of it, so they created the mod store and tried to start charging people for their mods. Now, they did compensate some of the players that created mods a little bit, but it didn't. It ended up becoming a whole big issue because basically what Bethesda was trying to do was monopolize mods for their game, and pretty much people told them that's not fair to us, and you're basically taking our money back and giving people who created these mods peanuts. We're just gonna make more mods and not even worry about you. So Bethesda ended up scrapping that, and now they're just kind of back to where they were. That's you mod if you want, otherwise just play the game as it is.
My thanks.
Route weapon.
One thing I definitely like about this this game though is you can give stuff to your pet. Like your pet just isn't a this is how they are. You get nothing else with them. Like most games do. I just tried to kill one of our guys.
You a new recruit?
Like Dex is my forte.
I didn't even notice that. I have a bar at the bottom. I am not very paying much attention. Oh, I still have a skill point.
I apparently have 5 unspent ones.
Oh,
I don't
and
even
you
know.
can have 2 skills active at any time.
My inventory is full.
Oh, where is the skill?
If you
Okay.
press
Found it.
I or S, actually, S is the key.
Under Shadow. Shadow seems to be.
I am selling
Welcome,
stuff.
friend.
Okay, apparently you're supposed to move it to your pet's inventory to sell it. That's interesting. Alright. Oh, sitting here. Getting ready to throw a belt away. Alright. So, as we said, Torchlight 2 is pretty good. I wouldn't put it at the same level as Diablo, even with the mods. Mods kind of only give it a little bit of leeway, to be completely honest. This is definitely reminiscent of old style moving everything. Alright, I am on my way back. And in case anyone was wondering, Jurassic World Evolution is currently...
Is currently the free game, right?
Yes,
So get it before, what is it, midnight?
the 7th.
Oh, January 7th?
Yep.
Okay, didn't realize it was going to stay up that long.
Yeah, they have gone back to their weekly, so we will be doing one game a week. We'll be sitting here trying to talk about 7 different games and playing one of them. Where are you at, by the way?
For another work pad or something.
You're at the town?
Yeah. Coming to you.
Okay.
I teleported back to because I have my inventory was full.
Ah. Well, if we go southwest, we will head towards one of our objectives.
Fine.
Or actually just west from here.
How do you use your secondary ability?
Right click.
No, I mean, so
Press tab.
tab.
Yep.
Ah, cool. Solid.
Careful, there are traps. Ain't get me, trapper. Ooh, yikes. Oh, that was close. I almost died.
Don't forget about your health potions, man. I got like,
I know, I have 21. That's exactly what I'm doing, though. Forgetting about them. And we leveled up, by the way. Alright, so I want a cannon now. I can have a skill for a cannon. We should probably head back the other direction.
Oh, Zerker's up. Here we go. We're up here.
What's
On
up?
the armor schematic.
What are we doing?
I found the armor schematic.
Oh, yeah, I already found that. I thought you had already, too. Ah, I gotcha. It's a pagoda. Yeah, I shattered your shield. What you gonna do? The classes are a little awkward, I will have to say.
I could agree with that. It's definitely not as fluid you- uh, for gameplay. Some of the abilities seem like they just don't synergize well.
Yeah.
And that could also be due to my own inexperience.
Noob.
I know. Hey, we
That's
were all
okay.
noobs at one point.
That we were. That's why you stay away from some games, because they don't understand that for some reason. Talking about you, League of Legends. What? Who said that?
Hey, look, the toxic community isn't, the game. The game's actually offers quite a bit in the realm of tutorial.
I didn't say that the game sucked, because the game can be fun.
It is a highly toxic community.
It is. Can't really get much more
And to
toxic.
be fair, early on into its life, and even still somewhat today, Riot has done they've tried to mitigate a lot of that toxicity, but you can't get rid of it.
I mean,
And they
it's-
eventually gave up. Like, they used to have a player-based reporting system where, like, they would ask you to be involved in
we gotta go this way,
whether or
by the
not
way.
okay, be involved in whether or not you think somebody should have been, you know, suspended or something based on what they said during a match or how it was
Well,
interpreted by other players.
the problem with that is people overuse that power. And,
It wasn't like a everyday kind of thing, you know. They tried to, they tried to, oh, portal.
what's this?
Base beast challenge. All right.
I have a mod that puts these guys into, I have no idea what we're doing.
Guess we're trying to kill all the spiders.
Oh, I see, okay. We got to put the bottles into the spider nests.
Gotcha.
So, if you have a bottle of poison, then go up to a spider nest and click on the words.
I don't. Oh,
They're gonna be at the,
oh,
thing.
there we go. Oh, you got it.
Oh, okay, so I've been getting it the whole time. There's only 2 left.
Can't click on it. Why can't I click on it?
Go
Got
for it.
poison.
Here we go. Go ahead and get the next one.
Last.
Yeah. Ooh, now we've got the big ones. They were not that crazy. Okay.
Are you using wands? No, that's probably.
fortune smiles upon.
Okay, this guy showed up out of nowhere.
Oh, enter.
Yeah. I just added ice damage to my weapon.
He's telling me he has no enchants.
Maybe I unfortunately used it all.
It happens. Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits for the day. Hopefully you guys found this informative, and next week we look forward to playing... let me tell you what we're gonna be playing. It is Crying Suns. It is a story-rich tactical roguelike game.
Oh, solid.
So,
Sounds like
single
a good
player, multiplayer, we'll figure it out. We will find out then. Until then, see you guys next year.
Peace out.